First story we got is out of Kansas City, Missouri. It's a topic that a lot of people discuss. I see it on TikTok a lot. I see it on YouTube a lot. So this one's gonna be a good one. It's a pretty crazy story. This one's, like I said, out of Kansas City, Missouri. It's about a father and son recovering their stolen Charger Hellcat. So let's talk about it. Okay, so this is by KSHB 41 News. So I had actually heard about this story from a lot of people. I am from Kansas City, Missouri. I do live in Los Angeles, but I do keep, my ears to everything that goes on in Kansas City because they are having a big auto theft problem, especially with Mopars, which, I mean, I think every city right now is experiencing this. So pretty much what happened is a father and son had a Charger Hellcat. Well, actually, the son had a Charger Hellcat stolen. I guess the car had a GPS tracker on it, which is what I suggest to anybody that owns one of those vehicles. And he told his dad, long story short, him and his dad went to recover the vehicle. And we're gonna get into it after I let the news article play. Let's let the news play so you guys can hear what actually happened. It's a crazy, crazy story. And then we're gonna talk about it. So tune in.
Charges in a weekend deadly shooting. The motive, tracking a stolen car. Charles Harrison Sr. and Charles Harrison Jr. both face assault charges for now. Court records state that one of the suspects tracked a stolen car out of Raytown to an area near 35th and Wyoming in Kansas City. The interaction ended with a shooting and a man dead. Police ID him as 22-year-old Kayil Collins Phillips.
Okay, so let's talk about it. Like I said, Charger Hellcat gets stolen. This is the scenario. The Hellcat gets stolen, which happens, like I said, everywhere in every state. The son tells the father, they track the car, right? So they go to a known area of vehicle theft where Mopars have been found a lot in the Kansas City area. When they get there, they pull up, they see the car, because obviously it has a tracker on it. They said it was surrounded by like 4 or 5 individuals. Keep in mind, this is all from the story that I'm reading, the reporting of the news. I have no bias in the situation. Obviously, I don't condone stealing vehicles. I don't like thieves. I actually can't stand them. I hate them. But I'm going to give you guys, based on what the story was reported as. This is not my opinion. This is all what they're reporting and with the evidence. So the father and son see the car. What I'm hearing, and keep in mind, I did get some of this information from the comments on Facebook, and some of the people that actually know this guy, the guy that was unalived. They're saying that he had nothing to do with the Hellcat, but we'll get to that later. So pretty much they see the vehicle. When they pulled up, they were in a Camry, and they started to approach their stolen Hellcat, which 4 or 5 guys got out of it and actually saw them. I guess they figured, like, these guys don't look like they're from around here. What's going on? So, that kind of happens in those areas when they see a car pull up that they don't know. Long story short, they approached the vehicle, the Camry of the father and son. I guess they realized that they were there for the Hellcat. One thing led to another. One of the individuals that stole the Hellcat actually started shooting at the father and son in the Camry, the guys who were there to recover the car. So they, put in reverse, they back up. They showed up with weapons themselves too. One of the guys that walked up to the vehicle, he's one of the people that they're saying stole the car. His friends and family are saying he didn't steal the car. They said that he had nothing to do with it. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But, he's the one who approached the car. So he approaches the car. Some of his friends or acquaintances, people that he knows, start shooting at the father and son who were there to get the Hellcat back. Father and son retreat. They get out of their Camry. They get behind their car and they start firing back at the guys that were shooting. So they got an all-out shoot over this Hellcat. The father and son ended up actually shooting one of the guys who approached the vehicle and killing him. The guy ended up dying. The statement that the son gave to the news or the detectives was that, his dad was so angry that at the situation, and I don't know why the guy, my personal opinion, I don't know why the son told the officers this, but He told him that he was ready to get out of there once they started shooting, but his dad didn't want to leave. He also said that his dad told him, hey, I'm going to run these guys over. So, after they shoot one of the guys, they ended up running him over too. So he got shot and maybe not died right away when he got shot, but him getting ran over by the car definitely killed him. So, they killed this guy. They're still having a shootout with the other 3 guys. I don't know what transpired between that. What I did find out is they didn't even get the car back. So I guess once that happened, they retreated when the gunfire started, and the guys who stole the car actually took off in the car. So, the father and son, obviously they stayed on the scene to talk to detectives and the officers and stuff, and pretty much told them the whole story on what happened. And yeah, man. So, one guy lost his life. The Hellcat, they didn't recover it. And currently they're not being charged with, murder or, any of that. It's not even manslaughter. I got to go back and look at what the charges are. It's not murder. What everyone thought it was, it's not murder. It's like reckless use of a weapon or something like that. So they're not facing murder, which a lot of people will say is a good thing. But I'm curious on what you guys think on a situation like this. If someone steals your Hellcat or steals your vehicle, period, whether it's a Camaro Z01, Hellcat, Corvette, Z06, Camaro SS, I'm naming cars that are, stolen, sports cars that are stolen a lot. How would you handle the situation? Do you think the father and son are justified for going and tracking down the vehicle? I know a lot of people are going to say, they would have called the cops. A lot of these states, they're so busy with other crimes. If you call the cops, they're not going to come right away. They may take an hour, they may take 2 hours, and by then your car may be gone. So how would you handle the situation? Do you agree with the father and son that they handled the situation properly, or do you feel like there could have been another way? So I'm going to give you guys a little insight on what happened or what's been happening in Kansas City, and not even just Kansas City. I'm sure a lot of other states as well. When these guys take your car, before they were joyriding in them, they just drive it around for fun. Now you have like a 1 to 3 day window of these guys stealing your vehicle before you're going to see it back, thrown in a lot, empty parking lot or a field, and it's going to be completely stripped. So with that in mind, how would you handle this situation? Would you call the cops? Do you feel like you would go and recover the vehicle if you have GPS tracking on it? Granted that you might get in a shootout or you might be in a fight or something might happen with you confronting the thieves. How would you handle this situation? And do you think the father and son are right for going and trying to get their vehicle back with weapons? And pretty much getting in a shootout and getting, charges. The charges are not as bad as murder, obviously, but do you feel like they were justified in their actions? Obviously, they didn't think they were going to get in a shootout, but they did bring weapons just in case. Do you feel like a Charger Hellcat or any vehicle is worth getting into a shootout with someone over? I mean, me personally, I'll tell you, I've recovered quite a few. I've recovered my Challenger Hellcat 3 times, my Charger Hellcat once. They tried to steal my Trackhawk once. I think every single time I got lucky because I did chase someone that stole my Challenger Hellcat twice. 2 different groups of people that tried to steal it. And both times I had GPS trackers, so they couldn't get away with it. I actually got it back every time it was stolen. But 2 of the times I did get in a high-speed chase, and then, I will say it was it was triple digits chase. So. If looking back on it, I probably wouldn't have done that again. I would have just let them stop and got the car. They did erase my key to my Hellcat. So when I got to it, I wasn't even able to drive it. I had to get it towed. So, but I'll save that story for another time. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about this situation. Do you think the father and son was justified? Do you think it warranted the guy losing his life? Even though he did make a decision to fire upon the father and son, and he was a part of the guys that stole the car. His friends or family are saying that he had nothing to do with the stolen car. He just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. But he was hanging out with car thieves. His friends are car thieves. So if you hang around car thieves or people that do bad stuff, you never know who will come back, with a vengeance trying to get revenge. So, keep that in mind when you're reacting or, commenting below if you think this situation is justified. But yeah, man. So comment below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna put some stuff up on the screen that I found, a few things on social media so you guys can see. And yeah, this is the first series of first episode Let's Talk About It on my channel. I'm going to be doing this often, so stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe, and I'm curious to see what you guys think about this situation. I'm out.